Headed into the flea market. It's a Saturday, it's sunny. It's in the 40s, so we're a little chilly. We're gonna go in there and see what we can find. It's the gun and knife show here also, so it's pretty packed. Let's go see if we can find some treasures. Okay, heading up to our first vendor here to pick up some tinola. Oh, they're great pieces. Yeah, we'll just probably get all of it. We'll probably just get all of it because it's all great. Love these. Looks like it says 1998 on it. I really like those. Look at this skier. That's great. Love that. Oh, look at this hot dog. He looks like he has to go to the bathroom. He needs to get outside. Some artwork back there. It's kind of nice.
I have an idea. You know what we can do? Here's an idea, Aubrey. Do you want to go look at other booths? And then if we see them come back, we'll come back over. Is that a good idea?
Can I wear this?
No, we can't wear it unless we buy it. You're not allowed to take stuff away unless you buy it. Doing good. How are you?
Pretty in the sun, huh?
I know. The mica in it really glimmers when the sun hits it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is this?
That was 15.
It's a Heidi.
It just answered a question that I had. I actually have a piece like that, and I couldn't read the...
This? Oh, this?
Hello, fellow treasure hunters. The Goodwill was good to me again. I decided to go to the Goodwills again. There's a lot of stuff coming out right now. Like I said, there's a lot of Christmas coming out. On my last video, I said that. So in this video, you'll see a lot of Christmas items. Some of this was when I went again to the Winston-Salem bins up with Joanne. Finally, just getting around to showing you some of it. These two items right here were from that visit. This pillow horse. He's got some bells on him. I probably will just take those bells off instead of putting bells back on because his material has bells on it. So I think he could be without the bells. And then this pillow Santa. I thought he was really cute. I don't see any date or anything on it, but it looks vintage. I think, let's see, what else came from that? I think this did. I thought that was really pretty. Violin. Does it say? Yeah, it does say that it was made in Taiwan, 1990. That's a pretty piece. I don't know how I feel about the floral on it, but I feel like if I took that off, there might be too much glue to try to remove, so I may have to leave that, maybe enhance it a little bit. I don't know. I think, oh, and this piece right here. What do you call, I don't know what you call this type of work. It's kind of like just tied together and knotted together. So I bet you there's a name for this specific type of work. But it's definitely vintage. Okay, so that was, I think, it from the, oh wait, one other thing, right over here. This tree skirt. Joanne had it, she was debating on it, and she decided against it, but I went ahead with it. It's just a really pretty green tree skirt, really soft. So I went ahead with that. So I'll be tucking those items away. And then as far as Christmas at the Goodwills this week, this piece right here, I got 2 boxes of these. They sold for $40 originally. And you can see the price right there on them. I mean, they may have been discounted, but they do light up. There's nothing wrong with them, and they're garland. So I went ahead and grabbed those. And then this, I love this. This is a nice boho Christmas tree. You know, actually a pretty simple design. I could probably make this if I wanted to. If I wanted to make some of these. But I thought that was really cute. I think somebody's really going to like that. This cute little tin that says Merry Christmas. Little bucket. I love the little Santa ornament here. His face is adorable. And a little reindeer. And then this is really pretty. This faux floral centerpiece. It's really, really pretty. I love like the candied branches, icicle branches. Those are really pretty. And then these are cute. They're actually doors that have wreaths on them. There was 2 of those, so I grabbed both of them. They're from Big Lots, and there was a price tag of $20 on them. It looks like they've never been used. I'm sure they were discounted, you know, because at Big Lots you can buy things on sale. But my favorite Christmas item that I found this week was this. I love this. I love this. Oh, it's awesome. It does not have a date on it. I don't know if it's a hobbyist piece or if it's a like a California pottery piece. Usually it would say California or something on it if it was California pottery, but it's in perfect condition. Absolutely one of my favorite finds this week. Love that. Also found this raku piece of pottery. It's a little bowl. It's not real big. In really good condition. There's no chips or anything. I love the design on the side. Little brush stroke it looks like. Not signed or anything. It does have the lid. And this piece here, this lights up and rotates. You can put a crystal on it, or you could put like one of your glass trees on it, or even one of those like laser cut crystal designs you can set on top of it, but it is multicolored and it rotates. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I got thinking about it. This is probably a hoop rug. Looks like you probably use some type of hoop rug. Did a hoop and then you tied all these together. Maybe that's what that's called. Hoop artwork. I don't know what you call it, but I think that's what that is. Okay, so let's get into some of the other pieces I found. And I'm sorry for my voice. I've come down with some type of head cold. It is not COVID. There's no fever involved. Just a head cold. Get those a couple times a year, so that's why I'm behind the camera today. But at any rate, I've got the raspy voice going on. This is like a, what do they call it? They call it a punch. Let's see, what's the name of it? I've already priced some of these things. Let's see, punch lantern. They call it a punch lantern. Really pretty. See the light coming through it? So when you put a candle in it, that would be really pretty when it's glowing. And that'll go into Gresham because that kind of goes with our theme at Gresham. And this, I love this. This is I put it sideways because I can't get it to stand up in the stand properly. But this is an art glass wall pocket. Again, really, really pretty when the light comes through that. And that's probably a hobbyist piece. Somebody probably did that. Probably took a class and made it. In great condition, though. And then this 3-prong candelabra these are pretty popular, this style. Just a black, it's not a wrought iron, it's a painted black metal. And then it has this wrapping around it. But nice and simple design. A lot of people like that style. And I thought this was really cute for Valentine's. It says romantic style, but the book really has some great information in it about how to decorate in the romantic style. I would say, this would probably qualify for cottage chic too. So I thought this was a pretty good book. Did not have its cover, but very pretty. And then Treasured Recipes by Better Home and Gardens. There's always going to be books in our booths. I really like books, and I do love a good cookbook. And what's funny about that is I'm actually not a cook. Steve does all the cooking in our family. He's the chef. I guess because I wish I was a cook. That's why I love cookbooks. Because I look at all the pictures and I'm like, maybe I could make that. Maybe I could make that. But this looks like pretty simple recipes. It's a great book. And I think this was $30 new. Look at that. It was $30 new. But we're just pricing that at $5. Great book. And then I will occasionally pick up a DVD if they're still in their protective cover and have never been used. This piece is gorgeous. This is a recycled glass vase. It's big. It's gorgeous. Love the look of that. Can't see it there. I don't know if you can see the recycled glass in it. The swirl design. So pretty. This is a nice Serenity Prayer tile. It's a cross and it's a tile. Really, really pretty with the hearts. And the saying is on it. And then this is by Joanne Duban out of Fort Worth, Texas. So this is a tile that she made. And this is a metal, it says Smith and Victor out of Griffith, Indiana, USA. It's just a metal tin, metal container made in the USA, so I thought that was pretty nice. And then my favorite piece is this piece right here. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous print. It is signed, and it's by Richard Evans Younger, and this is a bobcat. It is beautiful. I love this piece. It's quite large. I didn't measure it yet, but it's a pretty good size. I'll back up here. You can see for scale it's quite large, but I just think somebody's going to really, really love this piece. And I think I'll be putting this in Collected Treasures. That's where I believe this will be going, but just gorgeous. One other thing. This table right here. Pick this up. Looks like, I think this would be great for like a record center. You could put your albums right here, and then you could put your player right on top here. It's got, you know, it's kind of, came like this. I'm not going to do anything to it. It's already got a weathered look to it. I like the color of it. So I think we're going to keep that how it is, and it's going to go right in the booth. Hey Madison, do you think we should show everybody the treasures we found at the flea market? Let's do that. Okay, let's get into the haul. The main reason that I went to the flea market, or we went to the flea market, is to find some more Tanala. I do have a person that I know I can kind of rely on there at the flea market if he happens to be there. I never know when he's going to be there. But I do know that he always carries Tanala, and I can get it at a good price so that I can bring it to the booth at a good price. So these are some of the pieces that we found. I love these little turtles. They're so adorable. I'm going to put one in each booth. I just think they're so adorable. But there's all kinds of pitcher sizes and creamers and a coffee pot, which I don't come across very often. I did have one recently that sold, and the lady that bought the coffee pot reached out to me and asked, do you have any more Tanala? Because she was decorating her kitchen in those colors. So I'm going to message her back and let her know we've got a whole bunch going in. Here's a little creamer, different size pitchers, and the platters. Don't usually come across those very often, and I love this one. It's almost like a shallow bowl. And then I picked up 2 of these pieces. So all kinds of Tanala. I will split it up. Some will be going into Collected Treasures, some will be going into Garner. Collected Treasures isn't Garner. Some will be going into Collected Treasures, and some will be going into Antiques at Gresham Lake. This piece also, I thought this was possibly a Mexican pottery piece. I looked into it. I did like a Google Lens search, and Pure One was popping up. So I still think it's probably from Mexico. It's not marked on the bottom, but it's a beautiful, beautiful terracotta umbrella stand, or you could even just use it to put plumes in. And oh, the painting on that, it's hand painted and glazed. It is beautiful, and it's a nice size. So that's going in the booth. All of it's going in the booth, and look at this. Isn't this cool? I just thought that was super cool. It says it's from the 70s, but the star decor on there makes me think it's 50s, but I looked it up and it said 70s from that design. So I checked it out. I cleaned up the cord. The cord was kind of nasty. I cleaned it up. I took it apart and cleaned the components, and it does work. And it comes in this really cool case. I don't know. This just doesn't look 70s to me, but that's what it said. It looks older than that to me. I'm thinking late 50s, 60s. Found Elvis and a couple flower frogs. And this piece is really interesting. It's a folk art rabbit. On the wheels are like a cast iron. They're a metal, a very heavy metal. So this does have, it says it's made in the Philippines. Really neat piece. It's like a bike, but with 4 wheels. Perfect for Easter coming up. And I did find these on eBay, a few of them for sale. And they list it as a folk art piece. Another thing that I found were these pearls. They're gorgeous. They have a vintage. They are vintage. They have a vintage clasp. And please ignore my fingernails. I haven't fixed those up for this video. But I do not know, I cannot confirm that these are Najarta pearls. They do not say they're Najarta, and they were separate in the, I was digging through some old boxes. I found the pearls and I found the case. The case was in such great condition that I went ahead and picked it up and figured the person could store the pearls in this case. But I cannot confirm that those pearls are Najarta pearls. And in this piece, I thought at first this was a Hager piece. But as I was pricing it and I looked at the bottom, it doesn't say Hager on it. And I'm like, I remember when the pieces look like this on the bottom, it indicates it is a Royal Copley. So this would be a Royal Copley piece. It's black, it's beautiful planter, it's got a nice mid-century modern look to it, maybe even a little Art Deco. I think someone's going to absolutely love it in their decor. Always grab some cobalt blue whenever I see it, and I love the ribbed look on this. If you look at it in the light, it's really pretty. Just a little vase or jar. And then this gorgeous piece. This is USA. I have never come across a piece like this that says USA on the bottom. I thought that was just beautiful. Beautiful cobalt blue vase. It's a tall one. Goes nice with that Tanala. And then this cute weathered watering can that is the beginning of the word burpee. I'm going to leave that on there. I'm going to keep it just like it is. It's weathered. It's rustic. It's beautiful. Perfect for the spring. It's almost got like a enamelware look to it with the red trim. So I think someone's going to absolutely love it. And another cookbook. This is Lady's Home Journal. I think it was from 1960. It's a little weathered. That's why we're called the Weathered Fence Post. Some of the stuff we pick up is weathered. I believe this is from 1960. Look at that. Look at the graphics. Yes, 1960. So leaving the 50s and heading into the 60s. I was looking to see if there's any more pictures. Not a lot of pictures in this one. But you can still see, like, in this, in the 50s, there still was quite a bit of formal decor on the tables. Now, I don't know if that changed in the 60s or if it still was going on in the 60s. I'll have to look into that. But you can really see the formal settings on the tables in the 50s. But a great old book, great old cookbook. And over here, we have a nautical piece. Those always do very well. And then this was really nice. It's in great condition. It's a glass canister. Has the lid. It is vintage. There is a marking on the bottom. I can't tell if it's Anchor Hocking. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Or is that Fire King? I think it might be Anchor Hocking. But there is a mark on the bottom. And then this is really neat. I have to find out what era this is from. It does have a cord that is, it's wrapped, and it is wrapped in material. I almost guess like 30s, 40s on this. And this is glass, and there's like a pink, it's painted pink underneath, but as you can see, that is wearing off, but that's okay. Again, it's got the weathered look. There are no chips on the glass part of this, so Steve is going to rewire it. We're going to try to find the perfect shade for it. It's probably not going to be completely era specific, but something that would look nice on it. Maybe would be beaded, have some beads hanging down from it. Would be kind of neat. So that's why I'm thinking 20s or 30s on this. Some of these pieces are weathered. This was that last bit that I was going through, and everything was just kind of thrown in boxes. So some of them have chips. I'm probably going to keep this for myself. This is a glass. It is an older glass. You can see the glass is like melting. As glass gets older, it looks like it has a melting look to it. But there was a little chip on the rim. But this is a planter. I think this would be really pretty for a succulent. Put some stones in there. That would be nice. And then this is a Napco piece. Just love the green color on that. But again, it had a big chip out of it. So if we put this in the booth, I would put it at a very low price. And, obviously mark that it was chipped. But it really is a pretty green. Really love that green. And then here's another piece that is chipped. And I have priced this because it is a McCoy, but I've priced it very low. I think it's like $4. But it does have a lot of weathering. It does have some chips and some staining. And it's a planter. But there's that piece. So that kind of wraps up everything we found at the flea market. It was a good day. There weren't a lot of vendors out because it was chilly. You see, I still got that cat picture of the bobcat back there. That'll be going in the booth here pretty soon. But it was pretty chilly out. There were not a lot of vendors there, I think probably because it was cold. And it was a weekend where it's going to rain on Sunday, so they were only there on Saturday. And I think when that happens, some vendors won't come. Because when they come, they like to set up for the whole weekend. So one of my favorite vendors was not there, and I'm wondering if that's why he wasn't there, because he wasn't able to set up for the whole weekend. Because it's a lot to, some of these people, it's a lot to get their setup done. At any rate, we did have success with what I went there to find, which was the Tenala, and found some other really cool pieces. I love that rabbit. I love that piece. And I think this is super cool. That would make such a great shelf sitter, you know, a decor piece in somebody's bathroom. But all these great pieces and more are either going to be in Antiques at Gresham Lake in Raleigh, North Carolina, or at Collected Treasures in Garner, North Carolina. We're going to keep finding great stuff. We're off to a great start for 2023. I know I've said that a few times, but I'm very pleased with the start we have. Hoping that continues and we can keep saving things from the landfill and finding new homes for them. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great week and take care.